Oh man, I'll tell you what, guys. I'm not feeling crash hot today. I'm still getting over this bug, so you'll have to forgive me if I'm not bringing that usual energy you've all come to know me for. um, all right, so we're back for another video. This time we're going to be looking at territory war, and I thought that I might show you the process that I go through on both of my accounts in order to attack. So we're going to go in here and we're going to have a little bit of a focus on applying um, the flight mode, airplane mode, so that we are able to not feed turn meter to the enemy squads, thereby making it a lot harder for anybody else who comes in to attack that squad later. So I wonder if I left Padme on defense today. No, I've still got a good. Okay, so there's some stuff here. We might have a crack at this guy on our main account. See if we can't get that Sith Eternal Emperor down to at least just him, so somebody else can come and clean him up later. And I think what we might do on this one is take out one of these mean-looking Revens, eh? Now, let's talk a little bit more about why we're using the flight mode. So when we start off a battle here, what we're going to be doing is starting that battle based off of no characters on either side have any fed turn meter, right? So basically our speed stats are going to determine who goes first during that battle. Now, if I've completed a battle against this Revan team, say, and I lose it, and I don't use flight mode, then what's going to happen is the turn meter that these guys have accrued from the battle that they've had with whatever I've gone in with previously is going to carry over into the next battle for whoever attacks them next, which means that their whole squad is pretty much going to go first before the next person attacking them is going to get a chance to attack. That can be devastating to squads that would usually be able to take this out real easy. Instead, you find yourself getting wiped straight away just because you haven't been able to get out of the gate fast enough. So this cool little hack that you can do is by essentially is shutting that down straight away by essentially making sure that the game doesn't have an internet connection when we finish the battle. All right, so we need to go in and start this battle with an internet connection so that it loads us in and starts the fight. And then at any point during that battle, it's optimal if you do it straight away as soon as you start it. But at any point during that battle, I can turn flight mode on or disable my internet connection. Pardon me. And remove that internet connection, thereby not allowing the game to determine what turn meter it had. Now, it's still going to register down here on the battles that somebody's had an attempt, right? But it's not going to have any turn meter for the next person that comes through. So they're going to get to start it based off of those speed stats, which are going to determine who goes first. The other thing to take note of here when you're using the flight mode or turning your internet connection off is that if you take out, say, 4 out of the 5 of these squad members and you leave your flight mode on and then you click out of the game and load back in with your internet connection re-established, that all of these members are going to revive and this team is going to start from scratch, which is a bit of a waste. So what the general rule that we're going with is here is that if you take out like a key character, or if you make some really good progress sort of halfway through a squad, then you go ahead and turn that flight mode off and allow the game to register whatever the result of your battle is. Even if you lose, if you've taken out a few of their key characters, so say here if I take out Jolie and maybe Kenobi or Yoda or whoever it might be, but if I take out Jolie, that takes out their revives, right? Which is one of the key mechanics for making this squad good. If I take that out, then I go, okay, that's a good thing. Whoever comes in next time is not going to have to deal with that. It's still going to be a bit crap if they've still got 4 characters there, but at least it should be, just go in, kill everybody in the order that you want to without having to worry about them being revived. So hopefully that covers enough of the sort of theory behind why we're using flight mode. We're going to go in here and do a battle now. Unfortunately, I'm working off 2 different screens here, and on this one, you're not going to be able to see my internet connection. But actually, if I do this, alright, you're not going to see it in the video, but basically, I'm going to disable my internet connection when I go into the battle here. So let's start this off. We're going to go in and attack this squad with Padme. Hopefully I don't embarrass myself in front of you guys. So see how it's loading us in now? It's obviously going to require the internet connection in order to do that. Sometimes I do have a little bit of trouble. Obviously I'm playing on BlueStacks right now. Sometimes I am going to have a little bit of trouble trying to... Awesome, so I've got flight mode on my computer here now. Great, so let's heal up first. Feed that protection to Anakin. I like to usually come in here, get the taunt off with his AoE and do a good amount of damage. We don't have to deal with the taunt anyway. So I usually like to go after Yoda first. He generally has the least amount of health because I'm going to have to deal with Revan's Savior before I can start working on these guys. Okay, I might have triggered it then. Ahsoka had 17 stacks of courage then, so hopefully that worked. We might just make double sure. Okay, so we did trigger it. He might revive Yoda unless he's already used his revive. The AI will sometimes do that, which makes it good for me. Bam, let's take him out. Beautiful. Okay, let's go and put that translation over on Ahsoka, get the mass assist. And then we're going to start working on Revan. I love this Padme team, the way that it just feeds protection every time somebody attacks out of turn. It's such a great mechanic. Although I have been finding that this team has not been getting me to be very competitive in Squad Arena now recently. Definitely the Shah that I'm sort of in now is getting more and more competitive and finding more and more Darth Revan teams that I can't get past. Though I haven't addressed the mods on this team for too long, so I need to go back and have a look at if there's any improvements I can make to this team there. I'm looking forward to putting the final 2 relic pieces on my C-3PO so I can start throwing this team in Phase 1 when we practice C-Rancor. So at any point throughout this, I could take that flight mode off. I think I'm going to see if I can wipe Kenobi. No. Because obviously I've taken out Jolie and Yoda. But I'm pretty confident that if I keep working here, I'll be able to finish this team off, especially now. We got a lot of stacks there, so we're going to put a big hit on Bastila. Let's go ahead and have Anakin finish the job. Awesome. Now, I've got to turn my internet connection back on here. This might take a second. There we go. Beautiful. Victory. Alright. And now we can register that attack attempt, and I'll be able to scroll down here and see that I've defeated that Revan team there. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and meet you on my main account now, and then I'll meet you back over here. So, see you in a second. Main account. Let's go ahead and jump into Territory War.
Hopefully this game volume isn't so loud that you can't hear me. I'll have to sort of suss that out. Actually, let me see if I can work that out now. Just so I'm not having to talk over that. Here we go. This should help us out. Okay, beautiful. So, let's see what we can do about that Sith Eternal Emperor. Now, this, for me, is definitely a situation where flight mode is going to be integral to use, because I know that it's unlikely I'm going to be able to beat this team, but if I don't get completely destroyed, I'll be able to do some serious damage to it and have one of the other guys come in and finish it up for me. So I'm a little scared, but everybody is of Sith Eternal Emperor. Let's go in there. So I'm going to be dealing with, this time, a pretty much full resistance style team. I do have Gas and Revan, which would do better against this team if I use them, but I don't think I'm going to, purely because those are two leaders that, you know, I've got a 501st and a Jedi squad. I can get more banners for the guild if I am using this team rather than putting a bunch of my leaders inside of this one. So we're going to see what we can get done with these guys here. I think I could put Jedi Training Rey in instead of Amilyn Holdo. I don't really have a lot of success with Amilyn Holdo. Yeah, let's do that. We're going to go in with Rey Jedi Training, just for those bigger hits, that turn meter stripping. Okay, we're in the battle now. I'm going to go ahead and swipe down. I'm going to scroll across here, and you can see my flight mode button there. I'm going to turn that on, and I'm also going to turn my internet connection off. Okay, so you've got to make sure you do both of those things to make sure that you're registering this properly. And now we can go ahead and start the battle. So let's go ahead and make sure that we're not going to lose Finn rather. Okay. I also wouldn't mind taking that Vader out as quickly as possible. Let's do that. Get rid of the taunt. Straight away anyway. Okay, beautiful. We're going to delete Malak. Excellent. I don't want to screw around with Vader. I think we're going to get rid of him. Let's get the assist from BB-8, so I guess. Okay, you see the huge debuffs that just get spread by this Sith Eternal Emperor team. I don't want to lose my Jedi Training Rey just yet, so I'm going to whack some protection on her. Here comes the Merciless Massacre. Damn. Okay. Not too bad. I've definitely had a lot of Rey's protection stripped, unfortunately. Beautiful. There goes Vader. Alright, Darth Revan's definitely going to be the next one to address. Unfortunately, my Rey's ability blocked. Excellent. Poe's got that. Now, I can either take out this Revan, or I can play the long game and keep my Poe in the fight. I think that's what I'm going to do. Hopefully that's not a mistake. Sleeping on Revan's not a good idea. Okay, here we go. Goodbye, Revan. Okay, let's have the heals go over onto Jedi Training Rey. Can't target Sith Eternal yet. Put an ability block there, that'll be good. Yeah, let's hit the delete, screw it. Beautiful. Okay, at this point here, I'm now going to re-establish my internet connection because I've just got this guy down to Sith Eternal Emperor, which is a good result so far. We're going to make sure that we keep Poe topped off here so he stays with us. Pull in BB-8. And we'll do as much work as we can on Sith Eternal. I think at this point, let's put it on Rey. Guys, I'm going to be so happy if I actually beat this. I didn't actually check if he had the ultimate. I feel like he would have dropped it by now if he did. I was so sad yesterday. I finally saved up 70 tickets to have another crack at my Rey ultimate ability, and I lost it. And I was just thankful that it wasn't the one that I showed you guys in the video I did previously. Looking at the Galactic Legend events. Ah, nice, we've got an ability block there now. Okay, we're going to go ahead and keep that going on Rey. Down to 50 seconds now, we've got to start working a little bit faster here. This is a bummer when it times out. I'm just going to stay on the basic to do as much damage as I possibly can before that timer runs out. We can hit that stagger ASAP. Great. Damn it, we lost it. Gonna get Illuminate Destiny here if we're quick enough. Let's just hit the basic, screw it. Awesome, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh no, he's recovered. Hit the basic again. I just want to go all out offense as much as I can right now. Get that over onto something quickly. Okay, that's as far as we could get. I really wish that for these, at least for Galactic Legend fights, they would give you longer, like 7 or 8 minutes, rather than, you know, just the standard 5, because I time out so often in these battles. But anyway, you can see here that with the Sith Eternal Emperor fight that we've just done, it's registered my battle, but the 4 characters that I was able to take out with Rey's Sudden Whirlwind have stayed dead. And the reason why that is because I turned that flight mode off. If I shut down the game, alright, and reloaded back in, then yes, the team wouldn't have turn meter, but it also would have its full team complement available there. So now hopefully someone can go in, clean up that Sith Eternal Emperor with something, and we'll be able to move past that guy. So awesome. Okay, what I'd like to do now is just show you one more, probably. Let's swap back over to my Celestium account, and I will and I'll show you one where we actually complete the flight mode thing. All right, I'll see you guys there in a sec.
Okay, we are back again. Let's see how we're looking. That's strange. 0 battles, but 3 of these people taken out. What we might do is just load back in here. So I was pretty happy with that Sith Eternal Emperor fight. I think he's such a hard guy to beat. Usually, if I go in there and he's got the ultimate ability, I can get hit pretty bad by that AOE lightning attack that he's got, and it can cause me some problems. But this is a pretty good result, I think. Yeah, this was especially scary with all these Relic 7s, but this is a good result. And yeah, he definitely didn't have the ultimate ability. You know that they've got the ultimate when their little relic number here is gold. I think they may also have the sort of gold borders around here when they get the ultimate, but I could be wrong there. I definitely just look for that number to see if it's gold or not when I am paying attention properly. Okay, Now, hopefully, JK Grogo doesn't get too angry at me. Doesn't get too angry at me, because I'm going to go in here and deliberately choose one of these battles so that I can show you guys the process of how to go through it when we actually lose. So we're going to do something. Oh, geez, I shouldn't burn a good team. Actually, we're gonna choose this with a bad team so that I don't burn something good. Here we go. Nobody likes Old Republic. We're going to go in with this. And as soon as that loads in, I'm going to hit my flight mode because I may just get one-shotted by this team straight up. Awesome.